have news about Rivian, and it is not good. Here is the author of the story right here. You can pause the screen at any time and take a closer look and read about whatever is on the screen. Here's the source, if you want to type in the source. And here's the headline from Electric. Rivian buyers are canceling at alarming rates after price increases. Now, they reported a day or two ago that Rivian, out of the blue, told reservation holders, some of them been reservation holders for years. This particular author has been a reservation holder for 4 years. And they said, screw y'all, we're raising the price. Raising it a lot. Now, there are some people they say are going to be grandfathered in. And I think it's those that are real close to having their deliveries. The rest of them, screw y'all. And here's the story. A poll shows that Rivian buyers are canceling their reservations at an alarming rate after significant price increases for the electric truck and the SUV. As we reported yesterday, Rivian announced significant price increases across its lineup that are resulting in some configurations going up by more than 12,000 biggins, and some by as much as 20,000. These price increases also apply to people who had reservations for years, and they are not happy. Forums and social media are full of Rivian reservation holders who are saying they are canceling their orders because they either don't want to pay, canceling their orders because they either don't want to pay the increase or because they feel cheated by the company. That don't sound right, the wording. But anyway, and next we're going to look at the changes compiled by Facebook user Shane Jansen. Now I hope Electric took the time to verify this, because you can put anything on Facebook. Surely a reporter would verify it, but then why would they need to put that name on there? Oh well. We're going with it. If it was wrong, don't blame me. According to Electric, that's who's ultimately responsible for this being right or not. They're the journalist. According to Electric, here's what we're looking at. You can pause this and look at it, but we're going to go over it. The old price and new price. Now, right here, it looks like nothing has changed if you get the Explorer package or the Adventure package. The same price, old and new, no change. Yeah, not true. Because they both did come with the quad motor. Each wheel was going to have its own motor. Now they've cut it back to 2. So, yeah, you don't have to pay anymore if you want to go down to a dual motor truck, which is something you were not promised. You were promised, for instance, a $67,500 truck with quad motors. Now you'll have to pay $67,500, but you get 2 motors. If you want 4, it's another $6,000. The battery. Now, again, if you want a smaller battery than you were promised, no problem. But they cut your battery down from 135 kilowatts to 105 kilowatt hours. If you want the battery that was promised to you, look at that. 135 kilowatt hours was standard under the old price, $6,000, the new price. And the bigger battery, which has a 400-mile range, was supposed to be in a $10,000 upgrade. Nope, $16,000 upgrade, a 60% increase. Now look at this again of these all together. So all of a sudden, what you were promised for $67,500, now it's going to cost you another $12,000. So it'll be $79,500 biggins. That's $7,000 more than the Adventure package. Yay, of what you were promised originally. And paint. Now, you could get LA Silver or Glacier White for free. No longer. Now it's only LA Silver. If you want Glacier White, it's going to cost you. Why would anybody pay $1,750 for white? My brother would. One of my brothers loves white vehicles. And then look at all these other prices. The Rivian Blue is my favorite color. It's staying the same, $2,500. Some of them are going up $1,000. Interior, you were promised 2 different options, whichever one you wanted. Not now. Now you get one, Black Mountain. Ocean Coast, which I would choose, is now a $2,000 upgrade. Dang. And Forest Edge, it's staying the same. It was always a $2,000 upgrade. And I'm not going to read through this. Pause it right here and look at it if you want to. It looks like the full-size spare has gone up $100. There you go. Pause it and look if you want, or we're moving on. Now, here's an example configuration. Now, this lady on Facebook was it a lady? Anyway, this person on Facebook put together that hopefully this journalist verified. This particular configuration, I don't know what it is, went from $80,050 to $96,400, a $16,350 change, 20.4%. Did they purposely get the biggest percentage difference as they could, or did they just order what they would order? I don't know. And I would have checked this, but I don't have a time machine. I can't go back to pre-March 2022 to see what it would have cost. A poll on the Rivian subreddit. I don't even know what subreddit is. Is that some type of site? I don't know what that is. But anyway, a poll on the Rivian subreddit, one of the biggest communities of Rivian fans, gives us a better idea of the pulse of the reservation holder, and it shows a high cancellation rate. Duh. 3.2 thousand people voted. 313 said leave it as it is. 1,700 said cancel it. 97 said adjust to a lower cost option, accept a longer delivery time frame. And 1.1 thousand said still deciding, not sure. I bet you at least half that 1.1 thousand will cancel. And if they do, you're talking about 2,200 out of 3,200 canceling. Now, this is not official. This is just a poll, and anybody can answer a poll. Out of over 3,000 respondents, the majority is canceling their orders that can't be right. It should be the majority are canceling their orders. Majority is canceling their orders? I'm not an English major. R sure sounds better to me. I'm going with it. But this guy, he's a journalist. He probably knows more than I do about the English language. Out of over 3,000 respondents, the majority are canceling their orders, with still a significant part of reservation holders being undecided. At the end of last year, Rivian disclosed having over 70,000 reservations. Rivian blamed the price increases on inflation and cost of materials. Of course they did. But many frustrated reservation holders noted that if that was the case, the price increase would have been smaller and more gradual. Instead, many suspect that Rivian is having issues getting its gross margin up as it ramps up production and is passing the cost on to its customers. They are trying to survive. That's what they are doing. Let's look at the stock price, what it's done. It fell 13.5% today, down $53. And if I'm not mistaken, I forgot to look before I started bloviating, but I'm thinking it topped out around 150 or so at one point. And its IPO was somewhere around 80, I think. It immediately shot up. But $53 a day, down 13%. Look what's done in 2 days. If you look up the total at the upper right-hand corner, you see 67.67. That's what it was at 15 minutes before closing on the 28th, 2 business days ago. Look at the lower right-hand corner, 53.57. That's what it is now. That's about a 20% decline in 2 business days. 13% today. And I'm telling you, a lot of people who don't follow the EV world closely like I do, a lot of people who don't follow Tesla closely like I do, they just think when Ford announces we're going to make so many EVs by this date that they can do it. They're Ford. They know how to make vehicles. Wrong. ICE vehicles and electric vehicles are so freaking different. You need different engineers many times, or ones with different types of skills. And plus, you have to retool your factory. You can't use that same machinery and those same robots on making electric cars. Retooling your factory, figuring out how to make them, figuring out what works, what doesn't work. That's why Tesla has a huge lead. I've heard some people say an unassailable lead. Tesla's lead is unassailable is what some people say. Their lead is huge. Tesla went through production hell already. They almost went bankrupt, and they figured it out. And Rivian may figure it out if they don't go bankrupt in the process. But man, as Elon has said, prototypes are easy. Production is hard. It's not going to be easy. I wish them well. I hope they do well. I'm rooting for them. But it's not going to be easy. Wow. Man, it is look at that beautiful SUV. Even though I'm not a fan of SUVs, really. Beautiful. Man, what a gorgeous looking truck. And I'll tell you, I did a video on Rivian a few years ago. Man, I love this truck. But I don't care if I had $482,632,000, I would cancel my reservation just out of principle. I wouldn't pay those bastards. I wouldn't pay them any more money. Wouldn't do it. And they probably have no choice. They're probably trying to survive. They know they cannot make these trucks without losing their butts. But I don't care. I'd still cancel. I'm not doing it. Nope. But what about you? Do you have a Rivian reservation, and are you going to keep it? And if you had $487,500,000, would you keep your Rivian reservation at that time? Would you pay extra? Would you cancel it? What would you do? Comment below. Keep it pithy if you wish to opine. Keep it pithy if you wish to opine. No bloviating. All right. That's about all. Bye.